Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we will discuss the bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction mechanism SN2 reaction. Bimolecular means that is two molecules. Previously we have already studied the SN1, that is the rate of reaction depend only on the substrate. So in this case the kinetic evidence bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction means rate of reaction depend upon the concentration of the attacking nucleophile as well as the concentration of the substrate. That is why it is called the bimolecular. Attacking nucleophile attack from the back side only. Why? Because the halide is electronegative, nucleophile is also electronegative. They will repel each other. Therefore, it will attack from the back side to form the transition state. You know very well. You have already studied in first year, chapter number 9, and then the product is formed. For example, CH3CH2Cl, Cl is electronegative, this CH2 is electropositive. So this is the attacking nucleophile. It will attack from the back side to form the transition state. For example, it is denoted by dotted lines. Now it will repel this Cl because it is negative, it is also electronegative. So it will repel. So in this case, we have the dotted line, also the dotted line. This OH attack on this side. So this is known as the transition state. Now in the next step, that is, this is the transition state, that is OH is attached, Cl is also attached, but it is not as this one. Now it is a dotted line, that is it become weak. Now in this case, the Cl will remove to form the Cl minus, and this is the CH3CH2OH. So we can say that we will have the product finally in this case, but it is a single step reaction. It is not this two-step reaction as we have seen in the SN1 reaction. So the rate of reaction is equal to K OH CH3CH2Cl. It is the 1, it is also the 1. So you know the 1 plus 1, that is it become 2. So it is called the second order. Hence the rate of reaction depend upon the concentration of the OH as well as the substrate, and K is called the rate constant. And now we can explain the stereo evidence. In this case, you can see the CH3, Cl, H and H. Again, you can see that it is the tetrahedral shape. The hybridization is sp3. This is the tetrahedral, angle is 109.5. So this OH will attack from the back side. So in this case, we can represent by this OH, C, CH3, Cl, H, and this is the H. So this is the dotted line. This is also the dotted line. So the hybridization become sp2. Why? 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. So this is called the sp2. So from sp3 to sp2 hybridization take place, and this is the trigonal shape, whereas this is the tetrahedral shape. Now you can see this is the transition state. Now we can explain this thing in the formation of, that is, this OH how to replace, we can explain by this reaction. So in this case, the transition state is formed and the OH attack to form the, that is the ethanol. But in this case, the reactivity of this alkyl halide is opposite to the SN1. In this case, the primary alkyl halide is more reactive than secondary alkyl halide and then the tertiary. You know the tertiary is represented by 3 degree, secondary by 2 degree, and this is 1 degree. So we can say that basically this is the difference between this SN1 and SN2. Now we can explain the stability of carbocation. We have seen that in SN1, the tertiary is more reactive to form the SN1, whereas in SN2, the primary is more reactive to form the SN2. Why it is so? Basically, we can explain this order by seeing that is the shape. You can see tertiary is more reactive than secondary than primary. For example, you can see in this case CI3, this is the CI3 and CI3. This is the tertiary carbocation. The hybridization sp2. This is the secondary CI3, CI3 2 methyl group. This is the hydrogen. So this is called the secondary. And this is the primary C, CI3, C and H. So you can see in this case CI3, it has the more inductive effect as compared to this one, as compared to this. We have already explained. So in this case, you can see that is how to explain this behavior. This is actually the inductive effect. That is, the methyl group can easily donate the electron to the central positive ion. So this is the stability of the carbocation. Now we will consider the second form, which is called the beta elimination reaction. In beta elimination reaction, basically we can say that is the halide along with the hydrogen is replaced. The hydrogen which is attached adjacent to the halide carbon is called the beta hydrogen. The second condition is the strong base. So the presence of strong base is essential. So in this case, beta hydrogen and halide is removed in the presence of strong base. How to explain? We can explain this beta elimination reaction into the two types. That is, beta elimination reaction is divided into two forms. One is called the E1 reaction mechanism. The other one is called the E2 elimination reaction mechanism. Similarly, in this case, the E1, the first one, elimination reaction. E1 stands for unimolecular elimination reaction. That is, the rate of reaction depends upon the concentration of alkyl halide, that is substrate only. It is completed in two steps. It is completed in two steps, like SN1. The first step is slow, that is rate determining step. That is, this OH is attack on beta hydrogen. So you can see in this case, for example, CI3, 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 this is the C. This is called the alpha carbon because halide is attached with this carbon. And this is beta, this is also the beta, this is also the beta, according to definition. So the hydrogen is known as the beta hydrogen. In the first step, in the presence of alcoholic medium, we can say this is slow step. So the Cl is replaced. So this is the carbocation, CI3C, CI3, CI3. So in this case, the rate of reaction depend upon the concentration of this substrate only. CI3, CI3, CI3 and Cl only. So in the second step, we can say this is the positive and this is called the alpha and this is the beta hydrogen. OH attack on this hydrogen. So OH combined with H to form the H2O. It is a very fast reaction. So the double bond will appear on this carbon. So this is called the 2-methyl-1-propene. So this is the elimination reaction. You can explain this behavior. That is basically in this case, the carbocation is formed, which is in which we can say this is the beta hydrogen. So OH, this is the nucleophile or you can say the base, which will attack on this hydrogen. So this base attack on the hydrogen to form the H2O along with the double. So in this case, no substitution take place, but only the elimination. So this is called the beta elimination reaction. Similarly, the order of reaction of alkyl halide is same as the SN1 reaction, that is tertiary alkyl halide is greater than secondary, is greater than primary. Primary is represented by 1 degree, it is a 2 degree, and this is the 3 degree. Now the E2 elimination reaction. E2 stand for elimination, stand for bimolecular elimination reaction. That is, the rate of reaction depend upon the concentration of alkyl halide and the base. When base attack on beta hydrogen, a transition state is formed and then product. So this reaction is completed in one step. It is completed in one step, like SN2. So this is the OH, which is the base, and this is the alpha, and this is beta. So the OH attack on this beta hydrogen to form the transition state, and this is the dotted line. So in this case, this Cl is replaced to form the Cl minus, this HOH form the double bond, and double bond appear on this side. Therefore, we have the ethene. In this case, the rate of reaction is written as K bracket CH3 CH2 Cl1 OH1. So 1 plus 1, that is second order. So order of reactivity of primary alkyl halide is greater than secondary, greater than tertiary. So it is even 1 degree, 2 degree, and 3 degree. So we can say that, for example, if we have CH3 CCl plus OH aqueous, what should be the product of X? If it is alcoholic medium, then Y. Then what is the Y? You can explain on the basis of such elimination and substitution reaction. We can say basically this X and Y, this is the medium which is very important. So the elimination take place. If it is aqueous, the substitution take place. Hence we can say that this OH will attack on this Cl to form the alcohol, whereas in this case you will get the alkene. If you will see this carefully, hopefully, inshallah, you will understand. See again and again. Allah Hafiz.